challenger, but he has to know that if he stands in front and trades, it could be a short night. And he says he's not intimidated by the champion's power. Burgos told us he wanted to box, move, counterpunch Al, but as you pointed out in the fighter meeting, that's not really his nature.
Well, you know, it's interesting. I mean, I did all the keys based upon him being aggressive, which is what he does, but we see him coming out right here saying, I'm going to box and I'm going to move. It's not his normal style. Let's see if he can make it work.
So you think perhaps maybe you should try to get inside and throw hooks to the body?
I think so, and you know what? He's 5'1". He's got a 4-inch height and 4-inch reach disadvantage, so the question is, can he win from the outside? We'll see.
Darchinyan proclaimed he'll KO Burgos in the first round, as we said during the ring walk. He even said what hand he'll use, the left. He broke Glenn Donaire's jaw, he says, with the right. For the record, Darchinyan has just one first-round knockout. It came 4 years ago against a nondescript opponent.
Well, Burgos, you know, this isn't a monstrous ring. It's a little over 19 feet. And by the way, Burgos also switches to lefty, and you're seeing that right now. He thinks that will confuse Darchinyan.
Yeah, he switched to lefty versus the last southpaw he fought, Falan Sakrin, and he won that fight in 6.
Darchinyan lands a little uppercut there. You know, for all his unorthodox style, and you can see it in Darchinyan, the basic weapon he uses is the jab and a straight left hand, so that's a basic technique in boxing, but all the rest, you're not going to see too much like him with other fighters.
Best strategy against a guy like Darchinyan is just try to push him back. But it didn't work against Irene Pacheco. He tried that tack. So it's good in theory, but it doesn't always work. In reality, Darchinyan, though diminutive, does pose a giant challenge. He comes in so awkwardly, as you can see, odd angles. He lunges in.
Here's the left hook from Burgos. You know, that's a punch that you can land against Darchinyan, but he's doing it from so far out, and now he's leaning in Burgos. He's leaving himself open for a potential counter punch, but so far, he's got a minute left to go to get through round 1.
Well, I guess in reference to Darchinyan's knockout prediction of the first, it would be at least a moral victory for Burgos to get out of the first round. So far, Burgos has stayed away, kept his distance from the champion. Darchinyan has yet to land anything with any conviction as of yet, and he throws almost every punch with evil intent. And, Burgos is making a miss.
Yeah, you know, Burgos has switched a lot back and forth to righty and lefty. Maybe that is helping him a little bit in round 1. Darchinyan landing here very well.
He's trying to confuse Darchinyan. Darchinyan with the uppercut digging to the body. Here are the final seconds of the opening round. So much for the prediction of a first-round knockout for Vic Darchinyan.
Take your time, brother. Take your time.
You must jab him to stop you from money. Don't look for one punch. Okay, stay calm. After you jab, then the uppercut will go. Stop.
You see that both men, now Burgos landing the jab and kind of getting that right hand, and see from a closer range, I think Burgos could make some things happen if he stayed in there. But of course, you're also asking for the power of Darchinyan.
Trainer Billy Hussein, who replaced 3-time world champion Jeff Fenech prior to the last fight. Darchinyan and Fenech had some kind of a falling out, so Billy Hussein, who had been working with Darchinyan for many years, took over. It's round 2 scheduled for 12 for the IBF Flyweight Championship. The first round uneventful. Is the first big punch, and Darchinyan hammers away with his second left hand.
You know, Victor Burgos at long range will get hit with those big left hands. There's just no way that that's not going to happen.
Little abrasion on the forehead of Burgos, and he takes a knee. John Shirley got to 6 as Burgos got up. He felt the sting of Darchinyan and he took a knee. Just gives you an example, an illustration of how hard Darchinyan hits.
Well, you know, Victor Burgos stepping up for junior flyweight is a mandatory because there was no 1 and 2 contender in the IBF, and he is number 3. But, you know, the question was, would he be able to deal with the bigger man and the power, and so far it doesn't look good for him.
And not only that, but Darchinyan regularly spars with guys a lot bigger than him. He's just swinging wildly. See if one of those sticks.
And, you know, if Burgos was to have an opportunity in this fight, I just felt it would be fighting off the chest of Darchinyan where those big, long punches couldn't reach him. From outside, there's just, how can a 5'1" guy that can't reach Darchinyan, how can he win this fight from this far out? It just doesn't seem possible to me.
This is obviously completely one-sided now. It could be just a matter of time. Burgos looks out of his league. And keep in mind, he is a former champion, world champion, although in a lower weight class, and Darchinyan is just pounding away.
And for people that haven't seen Burgos, if you would see him against a fighter more his size that he would be standing in front of, we've seen tapes of him. He's a very entertaining and skilled fighter. But against a bigger fighter like this, who's a lefty, who has too much power, he looks outmatched.
Darchinyan stalking, relentless, firing away. A little bit of a caution from the referee, John Shirley, for rapid punching. But that would be as a result of Burgos leaning in. There's a hard left hand to the head by Darchinyan, a left uppercut that didn't have the same kind of impact. Burgos is game at least, trying to hang on. Well, it just took one round for Darchinyan to really get it going. Felix De Jesus, our translator.
You can't stay there in the middle. How do you feel? Feel good. Got you downstairs.
For however long this fight lasts.
Burgos, at this juncture, looks discouraged, disheartened as he made his way to the corner. We hit round 3. It is scheduled for 12.
Well, you know, he came into this fight, with all due respect, he came into this fight with a ridiculous game plan. And it was one absolutely guaranteed to produce failure. You know, he might have been knocked out coming in to try and get on the inside, but at least he would have given himself a chance to win. From this posture, you know, he has absolutely no chance.
In the meantime, Darchinyan's corner kept urging Vic to keep going to Burgos' body. And as you pointed out, we saw in the replay, that was the punch of choice that forced Burgos to take the knee. And a little bit of a slip there by Darchinyan as the feet came together, which you often see with a southpaw and an orthodox fighter.
You know, as you watch Vic Darchinyan, look, he puts his hand behind his back. Clearly, you know, none of this right now is textbook stuff, and he can get away with all this against a small fighter that isn't going to hurt him. The danger for Vic Darchinyan, in truth, is as he continues to fight some of these people that are on the fringe, the question is, will he develop habits that will hurt him when he gets into, perhaps against an RC or one of the top flyweights or super flyweights that he might face?
Can somebody take advantage of his one-dimensional nature? I mean, it's not off base to say Darchinyan is one-dimensional, but it works. He doesn't need to be that patient or disciplined.
He's very powerful. He's a terrific fighter. So, but, you know, he'll make some mistakes. There's nice right hand by Burgos, but it's a paid for.
Yeah, it's a heck of a one-dimension.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you know, he's an exciting fighter to watch. And when you get in there against him, you just can't deal with the power.
He's got the hell on a countering right hand.
He's on the inside throwing punches. That's where Burgos needs to be.
Hey, a fight breaks out.
Yeah.
And Darchinyan says, bring it on, Victor. The crowd getting behind Burgos. A lot of fans from Mexico on hand, and Mexicans who live here in the Los Angeles area. Now Burgos is fighting back.
Well, when he's on the inside, he can crank up those hooks and throw them. Now, he's paying the price against Darchinyan, but he's mostly paying the price when he's going backwards, Steve. When he's on the inside, look at he can land a little short right hand.
And it will take a lot, Al, as you know, to get Darchinyan's attention because he has never been hurt or down. There's a big left hand to the head by Darchinyan. Burgos now clowning around a little bit, feeling a little more confident, perhaps. And the crowd really letting Burgos hear it.
Vic, you are looking for one punch on you, brother. Vic, you always hitting the uppercut. What is his left hand? We've got to punch 3 punches, but you've got to...
Give us the last one, buddy, please, punch, please.
You've got to jab first, Vic. You must jab first, but don't just chase him. You get too close. This guy is short.
Now here's Burgos. He lands that right now. He's rushing in. But see, now he's in this posture. Look at how much closer he is to Darchinyan. He's making it a messy fight on the inside. When he makes it a messy fight on the inside, he can land some punches. On the outside, it's not going to happen. Later on in the round, it is Burgos getting on the inside. Now look at how close their legs are there. Look how close he is on the inside, and he lands the left hook and lands a couple punches. That's what Burgos has to be to have any chance to win this fight.
So things starting to get interesting now and heat up as Burgos gets inside and engages with the champion Darchinyan. Darchinyan undefeated, 27-0 with 21 knockouts. As mentioned, never down or hurt in the pros or amateurs, 170 amateur fights. Burgos has 14 losses and 3 draws among his 56 fights. However, you have to know that he has lost to some very good fighters. Eric Burrell, Alex Sanchez, Will Grigsby, for example. And he avenged his loss to Sanchez to win the vacant junior flyweight title in 03 and had 2 successful defenses.
And, you know, very different career paths for these men. Burgos had only 6 amateur fights, learned as a pro, and that's why he lost some of those early fights. As you mentioned, Darchinyan with that vast amateur experience. So a very different road here.
You don't see a lot of the young Mexican kids going to the amateurs. 15, 16, they're already turning pro because they got to make the money. So round 4 scheduled for 12 for the IBF Flyweight Championship. Now Burgos just dancing around, staying away from Darchinyan. Buying time. Looking for that opening.
Now, you know, for the first time, though, in this fight, because of Burgos coming in and throwing a lot of punches, when he does feint to go on the inside, Darchinyan at least is reacting. And backing up a little because Burgos did hit him with some shots in the last couple rounds.
Burgos throwing those punches way out. Not that effective. Now starting to get busier. And being taunted by Darchinyan.
You know, it's an interesting round, though, in round 4, because most of the punches that are landing, and they're not great, are landing by Burgos. Darchinyan's having a hard time hitting him right now.
But the thing is, Al, I believe Darchinyan knows in his mind that Burgos can't hurt him.
Exactly, yeah. And hasn't landed quite enough to make a difference.
So therefore, Darchinyan says, I can stand right in front of this guy.
The other issue for Burgos is he's moving a lot to his right. You don't want to do that against the southpaw. And especially against Darchinyan, he puts you right in the wheelhouse of that terrific straight left hand. Little right hand on the inside where Burgos was in punching range.
I think Darchinyan was thinking surely he was going to come in and break him up. So he relaxed. Final seconds of the 4th. Didn't think it would go this far. Round 5 scheduled for 12, the IBF Flyweight Championship. Vic Darchinyan In the black trunks with the red trim, the challenger Victor Burgos in the white trunks with black trim. Burgos, former junior flyweight champion, his second fight at 112. Darchinyan, the true flyweight. These lower weight divisions more popular in places like Asia and Central and South America, and not so much here in the United States historically, although we are seeing more of these guys of late. They're exciting and entertaining. The flyweight division is very talented indeed.
It really is. And, you know, for Vic Darchinyan, of course, now is an Australian after immigrating there from Armenia. Look at on the inside, Burgos can get some things done. Look at the scoring. And big for Darchinyan.
Press row scoring. Carlos Arias from the Orange County Register. Steve Kim, MaxBoxing.com. Lance Pugmire from the Los Angeles Times.
I actually have it 39-36 for Darchinyan. I gave the last round to Burgos.
Yeah, when you add the knockout power, as with Darchinyan, it just becomes a more enticing picture. Particularly here in America, where people want to see fireworks. Yeah, Burgos picking up the pace after the rough first round.
It's been, you know, a little bit of an uneven performance, I think Vic Darchinyan would even admit for him. He's been a little bit inaccurate with his punches. Clearly winning the fight.
Oh, he just got him there with a left hand. Did Darchinyan, he pounds away to the midsection. Two good punches with the left. Darchinyan now hammers to the side of Burgos' head. Another left hand to the head. Now to the side of Burgos' body. And Darchinyan is having his way. Burgos feeling the effects as he backs up.
You know, the one thing that Burgos does that hurts him when he turns to lefty so much is the one punch that he could land against Darchinyan is that left hook. When he turns to lefty, it makes his left hand much farther away from Darchinyan. And Steve, I don't think it helps him offensively. Wow, big shot.
Big left hand by Darchinyan, who's just winging away right now. Burgos stumbling around the ring and holds on. They were telling Burgos in the corner, hit and then hold on. He's got the hold on part. Right, but not the hit. Because all the hitting is being done by Darchinyan. But he looks to survive through round 5, Victor Burgos. And the crowd chanting, Mexico. But it looks like Burgos will need more than the crowd support.
That round's in a breaking down for the whole fight. There's nothing better than Vic, they can't survive it.
Vic Darchinyan had himself an excellent round. One, as you heard his corner say, will break down Burgos for the whole fight. See, with punching room and throwing combinations, Darchinyan is excellent. He uses the right hand as a rangefinder and throws the straight left, as we pointed out before the fight. This is very effective for him.
A breakthrough round for Darchinyan. That was round 5. Ponderous, powerful, puzzling.
That was great alliteration.
It wasn't easy to say.
Best alliteration in the 3.5 years I've worked.
Thank you so much. That was a push.
You know, Burgos, we mentioned he's resilient, and he certainly has been that even in this fight, even while hurting himself strategically and making it more difficult for himself and taking big punches. He's hung in there, and here he is in round 6.
Burgos came off the canvas to drop southpaw Falon Saperi a couple of years ago, but then came the loss to Grigsby, who snatched away his junior flyweight crown. And here he is trying to recapture a title. Oh, what a body shot from the left hand by Darchinyan.
That hurt from here. And of course, remember, he had knocked down Burgos with a body shot back in round 2.
Now chasing Burgos around. Darchinyan buoyed by the success of round 5. but almost everything landed, and hard punches. And it took a lot of the starch out of Burgos.
Those swelling little mouse underneath the right eye now of Burgos from a couple of those uppercuts. Darchinyan, for the most part, is a jab, straight left hand kind of guy. The rest of the punches are mostly for show, but he does have a very good uppercut.
Yeah, you put it best, I thought, earlier, sort of an uneven performance through the first 4 rounds, and he really got it together in round 5. Not the most polished technically, but you can see he certainly makes up for it in other areas with the power. Oh, there's a heavy body shot right on the borderline. That one higher, uppercuts galore now by Darchinyan.
He's strung out for that uppercut. He's just standing there measuring him, throwing it,
telegraphing it.
Yeah,
and it still makes contact.
I think what we all long for, truthfully, with Vic Darchinyan is a fight in which he can't stand there and telegraph. And that's what we want to see at some juncture here against a fighter that he won't be able to do that against. As exciting and interesting as he is to watch, and he certainly is.
Well, he's called out just about everybody, and the other flyweight champions won't seem to step up to fight him.
He may have to move to 115 to get some fighters. There's lots of fighters up there. We would hope would want to face him.
He wants Jorge Arce, he wants Israel Vasquez, he wants Manny Pacquiao. When he spars with love more to do, I believe you pointed it out, he's 140 pound. Burgos has pushed. I'll give Burgos credit right now. He is engaging Darchinyan once again, crashes a left hand to the midsection.
He's initiating. You got to stop it. You got to go in there and fight with him. You're okay. You're okay. You have more condition than that. You can't stay in the middle. You got to work more. He's starting the fight. He's initiating the fight. You can't do that. You got to work harder.
Vic Darchinyan threw some wicked body punches. Wow, that was just a tremendous left hand, straight left hand downstairs for Darchinyan. Throughout the round, he was able to do that. And again, later on in the round.
And that last left to the body was not telegraphed. That was good hand speed.
Oh, yeah, he's a quick-handed fighter. There's no question about that.
Well, as I was saying, in Burgos' corner, Darchinyan's getting off first, and Burgos, by nature, not really a counter-puncher.
You know, here we are in round 7, and they're saying to him, you can't let him initiate. You have to go in after him. We sat at the fighter meeting yesterday, and I was horrified when I heard him say, I want to box and stay on the outside and counter-punch. The guy was 4 inches taller as he reaching them. Now they're telling him going after him. It's a little late.
That may have been a signal that Burgos was very leery of Darchinyan's power, don't you think?
I think you're right, but he's safer on the inside than he is the outside for that power. You'd think they'd get that.
He's being too cautious, and he's chosen the wrong strategy.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's interesting. And at least he's staying as a righty now for a moment where he can maybe land that hook, and everybody's seeing the fight big for Darchinyan among the press row scores.
No surprises here.
I've got a 59-54, so I'm pretty much with them.
The only big story here to this point is how long this fight has lasted.
Yes, I agree, because Burgos is taking some big shots, and now Darchinyan has used the uppercut effectively. That is now the punch he thinks will end this fight, and it might.
Darchinyan has never been past the 11th round. No 12-round fights, and there's 27 bouts. Longest fight, December 04, 11th round TKO over Irene Pacheco for the title. Burgos in 12 rounds, 14 times, 7-4-3. When you look at him,
Burgos is 2-2 against lefties. Had a recent victory over one, but not a lefty like Vic Darchinyan. And again, they switching to lefty by Burgos. He's serving the ball.
That was a slip, says John Shorley. And he lets them continue, but it gives Burgos confidence to dig in. The ropes saved him from going down. Some might say that was questionable that it could have been scored a knockdown. Darchinyan has never been down.
And Darchinyan just landed 2 monstrous punches for Burgos.
He's like, I believe that was the result of a punch out.
It may have been, Steve, and you can make the case that they're going against the ropes. You can call it a left hook.
What a retaliatory left hand by Darchinyan from way out.
They connected. I think that made him mad. Just guessing.
Yeah, that was what you would label a wake-up call. It angered Darchinyan. He said, how dare you?
Yeah, how about Burgos accepting those left hands and not going down here? He's been hitting some monster punches last minute.
Darchinyan been down 3 times going into this fight, and at the bell, Darchinyan lands with a left to the jaw.
Well, was it a knockdown? Was it a punch that sent him backwards against the ropes? The left hand landing by Burgos? No, I don't know. I think, well, maybe the right hand pushed him back, Steve. And then Burgos kept punching and Darchinyan holding onto the ropes. But Vic Darchinyan came back very strongly, landing a monstrous straight left hand. And those are the kind that usually send his opponents down or get them in real trouble, and Burgos was able to take that punch. And right at the end of the round, Darchinyan really attacking him, trying to get Burgos out of there. And he had a big round for himself despite the one glitch.
Burgos showing a lot of heart and determination and a very good chin.
Yeah.
I mean, these are massive punches being landed on the jaw by Vic Darchinyan. Burgos took a knee early in the fight. As mentioned, down 3 times entering the fight. He's been KO'd twice in his 14 losses. And down versus Falan Sapir in his last lefty, but that was a questionable knockdown. Of course, Burgos came back to win.
Burgos has only fought 4 times in the last 3 years, so there's been a lot of inactivity for him. And I think it's part of the reason why sometimes he is also a little sloppy in the ring with his technique.
Yeah, we asked him about that at the fighter meeting. Yes, it is a straight left hand right down Broadway by Vic Darchinyan. Burgos simply said he was just waiting for a title opportunity like this one here, so he didn't take any fights. He's had only 2 fights in the last nearly 2 years. Right-left combination as Burgos fights from the southpaw stance here. He is a conventional fighter.
He spent, I'm going to say, at least 50% of this match as a lefty. Sometimes that works well against left-handers, but in this instance, I believe it has taken away what could have been his best weapon, which is the left hook.
Yeah, it takes away his power. Yeah. And the thing is, against Sapir in the last lefty, the guy from Thailand, when he knocked Sapir down 2 times, he was a righty when he knocked Burgos.
And cranking up those hooks from the inside. It's his best chance in this fight, and he has completely taken it away from himself.
So we continue to be puzzled as to why certain fighters do switch. It's not confusing Darchinyan. And he loses pop. In some cases, accuracy as well. As we come up on the final minute of round 8.
Now Darchinyan, who thought this fight would end much earlier, sees this man in front of him here in round 8, but he's undaunted. He's been very focused, still wailing away with those big punches.
Well, he is relentless. Darchinyan, he has not let up, that's for sure.
And the face of Burgos starting to show the wear and tear from these big punches.
Yeah, the effects, he's got the abrasion under the right eye. He's got a welt over his left eye. But he's game. He's inside, winging away. Continues to trade with Darchinyan, which is Darchinyan's game. And it's Burgos' game as well, but he's never fought anybody with this kind of power. And switches.
And 400 tokens.
Beautiful setting here in Carson, California, about 13 miles from Vic Darchinyan, poised to continue.
He's been jumping off the stool, Darchinyan, early the last couple of rounds. Let's see why can't wait to get back in there. He's kind of hoping to get him out there. And you know, the big issue with Darchinyan, you alluded to this, he's mad because his last fight wasn't a knockout. And they stopped the fight, and he felt that it shouldn't have gone to the scorecard. It should have been called a stoppage. He wants every fight to end in a knockout. So right now, you know what's going on in Vic Darchinyan's mind. I do not want this fight to go the distance.
Yeah, that's a slip. Again, I think the feet came together. Oh, there is quite a driving left hand into the belly of Victor Burgos. Yeah, he wants every fight to be a knockout. He eventually wants to become pound for pound #1. And he is still campaigning, as you look at the press row scoring of more of the same. He is still campaigning to have that fight changed to a TKO with Glenn Donaire's last fight, so he has 22 knockouts. And he actually thought that Lee had some power to do that, and if he thinks that, he is delusional.
Now, of course, I don't, but I'm not ruling you out. You know, you're very close to that.
There you go.
And you know, the issue with Vic Darchinyan is while he waits some match that he believes will be important to him, Arce is the guy he's targeted. Of course, Arce is fighting for the WBC super flyweight title. And while he thinks about moving up to face maybe some of those contenders and champions up there, his big calling card, he thinks, is just knocking people out.
Darchinyan calls him Jorge Farce as he closes in on Victor Burgos.
The danger for Darchinyan is he's 31 years old. He needs to get and if Arce's not going to be available for him, they need to find a way to unify titles and do something that will be important for him. And face it, put him in against competition, Steve, that is appropriate for his skill level and his power.
You mentioned 31. It's amazing. Years gone by. It used to be for a flyweight, if you were 24, 25, 26, your career was headed downward.
That's a very good point. That really has changed over the years. You're right. Heavyweights, no, of course, they're always have been effective older. But for the smaller fight, especially flyweights, you're right.
Interesting. Darchinyan, as Al alluded to, desperately wants the knockout, but he has only one knockout after round 8. An 11th round TKO, we mentioned it over Irene Pacheco for the title, December 04. Well, as we get ready for the main event, the warm smile of Israel Vasquez as he gets ready for Rafael Marquez in a fight that so many people have been waiting for the WBC Super Bantamweight crown.
As you look at Israel Vasquez, I think there's one statement we can make. Whether it means something in this fight remains to be seen. He has been a more loose and relaxed fighter the last several days than Rafael Marquez. Tonight we've seen it in the interviews and we see it there. He is a little looser than Marquez now. We'll see if that translates into being a better fighter tonight.
We hit double figures.
Who thought that was going to happen?
Definitely not Darchinyan.
No.
If you're just joining us, Darchinyan, the IBF flyweight champion in the black with the red trim, predicted a first-round knockout. And Victor Burgos able to hang around this long.
Darchinyan had dinner reservations for 15 minutes ago.
What's the oldest brother? I think he's double parked. But he's going to see a ticket on the windshield.
There is the interesting thing about this performance. The only thing, for the most part, and I don't want to denigrate Victor Burgos, but the only thing that distinguishes this for him is that he has stayed in here this long. Because he's not fought exceptionally well. Strategically, he's made, I think, monstrous mistakes, but he has shown the resiliency and the toughness to hang in there.
who took up boxing at the age of 8, the son of a gas station owner in Armenia. Prolific amateur career, represented Armenia at the 2000 Sydney Olympics, losing in the third fight to a fighter from Kazakhstan. Former champ Jeff Fenech, instrumental in his transition to Australia. Became an Australian citizen in 2004, and he is fluent in 3 languages of Armenian, Russian, and English. Preparing for his marriage in Armenia, his fiancée is Russian, and recently opened an Armenian restaurant in Sydney named after the Raging Bull, which is his nickname.
You know, as he looks ahead, he says to himself, I'm going to step up in weight, which he likely will do. Let's say he can't get Arce. There are people he can fight. For instance, Israel Vasquez will be fighting, of course, shortly. He's a stablemate of Martin Castillo, who's one of the top-rated super flyweights. He would be a great matchup. And that might be one that they can make. Dmitry Kirillov, who we saw here on Showtime, who was very, very good. You know, we could play a matchmaker, but I think that's kind of what the fans are thinking. Where could Arce go if he, or where could Darchinyan go if he can't face an Arce or another champion? Well, those are 2 interesting possibilities right there.
Yeah, he's just landed with a straight left hand that Raul Burgos, and then he follows it up.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, there's a combination of the head. Burgos being backed up some more. Big body shot by Darchinyan with the left hand. Now he goes upstairs. Burgos inviting him in. It's a tough kick. Burgos way behind on this fight, but he is game. And John Charlie looking in very closely. But Darchinyan backed up at the last second, and Burgos survives. Is that he is just more well known. Of course, his older brother Juan Manuel getting ready for a huge fight of his own soon with Marco Antonio Barrera.
Yeah, not here this evening.
One knockdown earlier in this fight, but was more of a knee taken by Victor Burgos.
The last round, Steve, I think the first round in a while in which we could say Burgos looked discouraged and was hurt back to a great degree. So it's conceivable that if Darchinyan continues to assault this round, he might be able to end this fight. You know, once in a while, and we saw in the last round, Darchinyan is not very good with the right hook. It's not his best punch, but sometimes he throws it very well, as he did just there.
So many variables here against Burgos coming up in weight against the most powerful puncher in the division. The inactivity, one thing after another working against Burgos, probably choosing the wrong style at the beginning of the fight. Boxing instead of trying to get inside and throw hooks. And as soon as he started doing that, he was getting a little more success. There's a nice straight left hand to the face by Darchinyan. Then he goes downstairs to the body, having his way, and that's a slip. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
If in fact he can get to the end of this bout without being knocked out, it will be a kind of a moral victory for Burgos, but that's about all. Oh, he's getting wrapped now.
Darchinyan pouring in. John Charlie looking very closely once again.
As you look at this contest, again, we see Vic Darchinyan likely to win this match. It would take something shocking for him not to do it. You have to say to yourself, next time out of the box, you just want to see him, and you hope they can make a match of significance. It might not be against the Jorge Arce since he's fighting for the WBC title. So you want it to be against maybe a top contender in a weight class above him, or they should try and get one unification match, which I know they've been trying to do.
They just can't get anybody to step up against Darchinyan. Lorenzo Parra, Hamza Wang Jung Kam, Omar Narvaez, the other champions at 112.
Well, Vic Darchinyan trying very hard to create a knockout in that last round. It looked like he might do it. Those are really good straight left hands, and for the most part, those are the punches that have been hurting opponents so much that they end up going down. And it did, of course, hurt Burgos, but he was able to somehow weather the storm in that round. And it's worth noting again that here's a guy that Burgos coming up in weight to fight Darchinyan, so you would think he would be really susceptible to that power, but he's been tough enough to weather it.
Although this has been a lopsided affair in favor of the champion Vic Darchinyan, Victor Burgos can someday tell his grandchildren, perhaps, if this goes to the bell, that he took Vic Darchinyan the full 12-round distance, the first man to do it. Yeah, because Darchinyan's never been this deep. And as mentioned, Burgos, 12 rounds, 14 times, 7 wins, 4 losses, 3 draws.
And he has been stopped several times in his career, Burgos. So you would have thought those kinds of power punches from Darchinyan would have at some point gotten him out of there, but thus far, no. You know, that's an appropriate move by a referee. Doesn't matter that this fight is way out of, Burgos' reach probably. When an illegal punch is thrown, you got to give a warning. And it wasn't on purpose by Darchinyan, but still, that was appropriate by the referee.
Yeah, he said one more time, and, make a point. It's academic.
I think Darchinyan could live with that.
And he's never knocked out. But it's the 3rd or 4th time he's been pushed or he slipped. And he's just chasing him around. He may get the stoppage. He does! It doesn't go the distance, and Vic Darchinyan gets himself a KO. It took until the 12th round for the Armenian-Australian to pull it off. And his fans able to celebrate. Just under the gun.
Well, if you wanted rounds, he got them tonight. Even if it was an awkward kind of a fighter to fight, he was able to go the 11-plus rounds and land some very meaningful punches. And you can see the effect here. That's the effect of a lot of punches against Victor Burgos. We certainly hope he's okay in that corner.
Took a lot of punishment. He took a beating. And I concur with what you say. Let's just hope and pray he's okay. That is one gutsy kid. He's just trying to get him some air. Well, you see the strain on Burgos' face. Battered and bruised Victor Burgos will need medical attention.
Vic Darchinyan did get his stoppage. His fight ended on TKO. At this juncture, Burgos in some trouble. He seems staggering backwards. He's been hit with some big punches, and the referee getting in there. The one more punch landed from Darchinyan, but I thought it was, at that juncture he had been hurt, and referee Shirley getting in there as quickly as he could. And this is right after he had gone down. He's wobbling, so you can see right there, maybe that slip was created somewhat by a punch. In any case, Burgos just in terrible trouble at that juncture.
I'll say this about Vic Darchinyan now, only 11 rounds off his prediction.
He was dangerously close, wasn't he? Yeah, now there's a big straight left hand that got in there just as the referee was starting to get in, and then he realized that Burgos had enough. Vic Darchinyan had his stoppage.
Well, it's not what Vic had in mind, but he's still Lord of the Flies. He had the knockout in mind, but a lot knockouts sooner is when he wanted it. Able to sort of crack a smile there. His sixth successful defense of the IBF flyweight title, remains undefeated, 28-0, 22 knockouts. He finally gets that 22nd knockout, which he wanted in his last fight.
Connor, it's Marquez.